Hi guys! Hello po! Welcome to my channel again. By the way guys, this is Jade. Kung bago lang po kayo dito sa aking channel, I would like you to invite to please like, subscribe, then click the notification bell para kayo po ay updated every time na meron po tayong bagong video na i-upload. This video guys tackles about the final chapter of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Panibagong kaalaman po ito sa ating lahat. Please bear with me up to the end of this video guys. Para naman po kayo ay may matutunang panibagong aral sa video na ito. But before that guys, introduction po muna tayo. So this video guys tackles about the chapter 16 or the final chapter of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The chapter 16 tackles about the devil's workshop. There are the basic evil's workshop. In addition to 6 basic fears, there are also the workshop which people suffer so much. It is more deeply seated and more fatal of them all. So, or it may call it evil susceptibility to negative influences. So people who accumulate riches protect themselves against this devil. Those who succeed in any calling must prepare their mind to resist with this thing so-called evil. You can have self-analysis by evaluating yourself if you are susceptible with negative influences or not. The 7 basic evil is more difficult to master. It strikes when you are not aware. It is also different in different forms, and it is also in a form of mental attitude. So, how to protect yourself against the negative influences. So, example, those are the negative people around you. But always bear in mind that you may have the willpower to recognize also, and you can also control yourself kung yun ba ay tama o mali yung iyong dapat gawin. So, how to protect yourself against the influences of negative people? So, you have to recognize the fact that human beings by nature are very lazy. Talagang tayo parang normal lang sa atin yung natatamad tayo, tinatamad tayo, 'di ba? Counteract all your fears. Negative influences often work through subconscious minds and difficult to detect. Keep your mind closed against people who depress or discourage you in any way. So, kung meron kang tao na na-meet na nagpapadepress sa'yo and then nagdi-discourage sa'yo, then you have to close your door to them. Ilayo mo yung sarili sa mga taong nega. Sa mga taong hindi naman nakakatulong sa'yo, then put a barrier to them. Kumbaga, isarado mo yung wall sa kanila. Actually guys, meron po tayong mga tanong that we call it as a self-analysis. And you must determine also and won't allow yourself to influence by negative people. Think about that you is in imaginative form. What is important is that you recognize yourself, your willpower, and your mental capacity, and exercise how to control your thoughts to attain a definite objectives. So without this control, success is not possible. So, kailangan marunong tayong mag-control, and then kailangan i-exercise po natin kung paano natin ma-attain yung ating pag-iisip. Kasi, normal lang po talaga yan na meron tayong mamimit na mga negative influences. May mga tao po talaga na ganon. And then, akala natin okay na tayo. We don't know na we ourselves, yung ating subconscious mind, ay na-influensyahan na rin ng mga taong negative. Actually guys, meron tayong tinatawag na 55 famous alibis. I will read it to you guys para meron kayong self-analysis sa sarili nyo, kung tama ba yung sinasabi ng book or hindi. It's up to you guys. Basta babasahin ko po para sa inyo para magkaroon kayo ng parang measurement or parang gabay sa inyong mga sarili. So these are the 55 famous alibis, guys. I will read it to you. If only I didn't have a wife and family. If only I had enough to pull. If only I had money. If only I had a good education. If only I could get a great job. If only I had good health. If only I have time. If only times are better. If only other people understood me. If only conditions around me were different. If only I could live my life over again. If only I did not fear what they would say. If only I had given a chance. If only now had a chance. If only other people didn't have it in for me. If only nothing happened to stop me. If only I were younger. If only I could do whatever I want. If only I have been born rich. If only I could met the right people. If only I had the talent some people have. If only I dared assert myself. If only I had embraced past opportunities. If only people didn't get on my nerves. If only I didn't have to keep house and look after the children. If only I could have saved money. If only the boss appreciated me. If only I had somebody to help me. If only my family understand me. If only I live in a big city. If only I could just get started. If only I were free. If only I had the personality of some people. If only I were not so fat. If only my talents were known. If only I could just get a break. If only I could get out from the debt. If only I hadn't failed. If only I know how. If only everybody didn't oppose me. If only I didn't have so many worries. If only I could have married the right person. If only people weren't so dumb. If only my family were not so extravagant. If only I were sure of myself. If only luck were not against me. If only I had not been born under the wrong star. If only it were not true that what is it will be. If only I did not have to work so hard. If only I hadn't lost my money. If only I live in a different neighborhood. If only I didn't have a past. If only I had a business of my own. If only other people would listen to me. If only. Actually, this is the greatest of them all. I had the courage to see myself as I really am. I would find out what is wrong with me and correct it. So those are the 55 famous alibis. People who do not succeed are more on alibis. Some alibis are clever and few of them are justifiable facts. Marami po tayong ifs and buts sa buhay natin, and this is very, very common. One of the most important thing you have is the courage to see yourself and who you are and find what is wrong with you and correct it. Then you might have the chance to profit your mistake and learn something from the experience of others. So, yung mga mali po ng ibang tao, pwede pong you take it as a lesson to yourself. Minsan kasi may mga ugali po kasi minsan yung tao, pagka nagkamali yung isang tao, they think, ayan kasi, ganito kasi siya, ganun kasi siya. Dapat pag may mga na-met tayo na ganung tao na nagkamali, don't take it as in a negative way. You have to learn a lesson from it. You have to take a lesson from it, from those mistakes na nagawa nila. At the same time, hindi din mangyayari sa'yo yung nangyari sa kanila. You have to give yourself a break and analyze your weaknesses and less time building alibis to cover them. Kasi parang sanay na tayo pag meron tayong bagay na ayaw natin gawin, tinatamad tayo, we make some alibis para ma-cover up natin yung katamaran natin. Feeling kasi natin, pag nakakapag-alibay tayo, lusot na tayo. But we don't know, the more na we alibay, tayo din po yung mahihirapan at tayo din po yung napapasama doon sa mga alibay natin. Actually, alibis is just a form of our own self. It is usually the product of being lazy. Totoo naman talaga, yung alibi usually nagbunga lang yan lalo pag tinatamad tayo. Kaya lahat ng mga alibay, ayan na, nagsilabasan na. 'Di ba? Alibis also are being used to cover their mistakes. Alibis is now obsolete because you are now in a possession of the master key that unlocks the door of life's bountiful riches. So, alam nyo na po guys na yung alibay, yung katamaran sa katawan natin, isa po yun sa mga nagiging barrier para po tayo ay magiging successful. And guys, as what I have said, be careful doon sa mga taong nagiging negative influences sa atin. It doesn't mean that they are bad. You have to tell them and to comment them constructively sa tamang pamamaraan. And then if they don't like, then let them be, no problem. Then you have to focus kung ano ba yung gusto mong gawin sa buhay, kung ito yung purpose mo, then go for it. Hindi mo kailangang mang-away, hindi mo kailangang manglait ng tao. Kung sa tingin mo yung taong yun ay negative, hindi naman nakakatulong sa iyo, then you have to put some walls, some barriers from them na hindi ka maapektuhan. Then you have to continue kung ano yung purpose mo sa buhay, kung ano yung purpose mo sa life. Actually guys, yung usually yung mga tao na mga nagiging successful, they are very minamaster na nila on how to put some walls, on how to put some limitations para doon sa mga negative influences na nakapalibot sa kanyang paligid. Ngayon, kung ikaw ay magiging successful, you have to be careful about it dahil normal lang po talaga na meron po tayong mamimit na tinatawag nating mga temporary defeat, and then you have to be careful also kasi umatake minsan yung ating katamaran, kaya yung mga alibis natin ay nagsilabasan na. Yung mga tao na walang ginagawa kundi binabash tayo, dinadown tayo, that's very normal guys. Kasama po talaga yan sa buhay natin. That's only for this video guys, at maraming salamat po sa inyong pagpanood ng aking mga vlogs from chapter 1 up to the end of this chapter. Maraming salamat guys. Thank you so much. Shout out po pala sa aking Empire family. Thank you so much. And also Sir Tin sa Battle Axe PH channel. Maraming salamat po at pinagamit niyo po sa akin ang inyong music, sir. And also guys, huwag pong kalimutan na i-subscribe na rin and then like yung channel ng Mind TV Officials. Marami po siya doong vlogs, lalo na sa mga newbies sa pag-vlog. Marami po siyang tutorial doon. Marami din po kayong matutunan. So guys, abangan nyo po ang aking next vlog dahil napaka-interesting na aking next vlog since natapos na po natin yung book ng Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Panibagong kaalaman po ulit sa aking next vlog. Panibagong hindi na po regarding doon sa Think and Grow Rich dahil natapos na po natin ito. So, that's only for this video. Thank you so much po. I love you. I love you so much guys. Bye-bye. God bless. See you to my next vlog.